Despite the bad burn on Ben's hand, after getting it looked after, we all agreed to return to the mountains for a day. The previous night, we hatched a plan, checked the weather, and decided to clean up the Seward Range by summiting the 3 remaining peaks. No, the coffee wasn't great, but we needed to have breakfast before we left, seeing that no one in Tupper Lake was open at 4 in the morning.
As long as that's going to stick and stay, and we're going to bring this anyways.
Yeah, and I'll do another one right here as well.
Ben's huge blister had broken overnight, as we expected, and so it was easier to manage and dress before we left. Overall, Ben made an incredibly fast recovery.
Through there?
Yep.
So, General, what's going on?
So,
want to give us a little quick summary? Or maybe Joy could give us a summary.
I'm good, thanks.
I'll give you the summary.
You want to give us a summry?
I'm gonna bag a couple of fucking peaks.
Hey, easy with the language.
Sorry, this is raw. Uncut. We're gonna bag a couple of peaks.
Okay.
Make it a day.
What peaks are we doing?
Donaldson, Emmons, Seward.
Thank you.
So I'll give you the backstory. So generally what the rule of thumb is.
Come over here. There we go. It's the light that's
So generally what you want to do, the rule of thumb is before you want to depart, you leave yourself 2 hours, right? That allows lots of time to go. It was suggested that 2 hours is kind of excessive. We don't need 2 hours, but we voted, and then somebody got overridden, and then basically we got plenty of time.
Let's get out of here.
So let's go.
This is the preamble for the video. Good morning. It's 6:20. We're a lot earlier at the trailhead where our plan was to start the trail at 7. So we made some good time. The road conditions were a lot better than we expected, so that's great. Our big worry was that if it was super icy, we might not even have started today, so it's a good thing that the road condition is good. There's a little light dusting of snow, and the ice is really rough, so there's a lot of traction going through the rolling hills and the descents and climbs. So we're just loading up, and we'll be soon on the trail. Like I said, we'll be making our way to try to summit Donaldson, Emmons, and Seward. So wish us luck, and let's see how it goes. So we officially started. It's 6:25, 35 minutes early, so that's great. That'll mean that hopefully we can get back before it gets dark. But I mean, really, it doesn't matter because we got our headlights. But here we go. Probably can't see the people in front of me, but there's a light snow. There's a light dusting of snow on the ground, and lots of good traction on the ground. So it's finally daylight, and of course we're not needing our headlamps anymore. But we're right now on a long hike along a logging road, as you see here, and we've got just under 5 miles to go before we turn off into what they appropriately call a herd trail, meaning that it's rough. This is not a very popular area like the high peaks where there's tons of people going on the trail and it's maintained by the park. Here it's pretty much you're on your own, and you got to rely on your navigational skills. Now, saying that, there have been people on these peaks recently, and there's not much snow on the ground, as you can probably see behind me. So I think the trail should be fairly evident. But otherwise, sorry, I lost my micro spikes the day that it came out, and I had to go quite a ways back to find it. So I'm just kind of like paranoid and always checking my feet to make sure that they're still there. Anyhow, so we've got a little bit of a hike along this logging road, and then we turn off left towards the peak. And we've got 3 to summit. It's not too cold, but you probably can hear there is some wind. good gusts of wind. So thankfully the 3 peaks are not, they're treed, they're not like bald, so we won't be too exposed to the wind and possible wind chill. Okay, so enough babbling for now. We'll continue down like merry hobbits on our journey.
I'll crawl under here, I think.
Yep, you got it. You're cleared. So we're probably, I don't know, 3-4 miles in, I guess.
4.44.
4.5 miles.
And I've already broken my micro spikes. Yesterday one of the links came loose, which is fine, and we just hooked it back on, but today a big section of it is just literally missing. So Grant's trying to hook them back together again, trying to make them work. Now these ones were from Amazon. Whether not bad. Dude, this guy's got some skills.
Should be a dentist.
Yeah. While you're done, can you look into my left side of my teeth?
Can I see this MacGyver?
Yeah, he's...
Holy crap!
I know. So yeah, these are from Amazon. I don't know whether actually they're cheaper or not, but I mean...
You want me to take a link off the side to make sure it's the same distance or not?
Not now. Like, we'll just make it work.
Okay.
What are those made out of? Zinc?
The previous one I had were Hill Sound, yeah, and they lasted a lot longer. I've had some broken links on the PT, but this one didn't even last their first trip, and they're already having problems. So I don't know if the metal is weaker or softer, but it's a good indication of maybe I should stick to the Hill Sound micro spikes.
What happened there?
Yeah, there was another one broken over there too.
Dude.
I know.
Hold with it. I think it is zinc.
Tin? Maybe tin?
What are you walking on?
Zinc.
So it's just 10 o'clock. No, sorry, 9 o'clock. And we just we're at the junction where we turned off into the herd path. So we're officially now on the path to ascend to Donaldson, and yeah, so far so good. It's supposed to be a much more gentle slope, not as steep as the way up to Seymour, but it's a little longer. So it's always a little bit of a trade-off. Yeah. So I think it'll go well. Didn't expect a lot of snow, but as you can see, it is snowing, but it's beautiful. Should make the landscape look a lot more wintry like, unlike how it's been lately, because everything was so warm and everything was so wet.
The trail we were on is called the Calkins Brook Trail, as it follows this watercourse up the mountain.
So the trail started out nice and clear, but it's quickly becoming obvious that it's not very... Huh? This is not it? That's not the route there?
I don't think so.
So it's definitely more rugged, and definitely have to figure our way through this. I think right here. So it's going to take a little more work getting through here. All right, I'm going to shut this off.
And snow up and...
So we are on the wrong side of the river. The trail just kind of goes nowhere. So Joy just checked on her phone, for the trail, and yeah, we're gonna get back on the other side of this. Makes sense. It just got really rough all of a sudden.
Well, there's definitely trails from people coming here.
Other people probably made the same mistake. It's a little sketchy here because the ice is soft and we got to pretty much use the rocks.
Camera's on me?
Got it.
Where do I go from here?
Try to see if you can get to the log.
Hey?
There you go. Nice.
If he knew that I was wearing Asphalt's cap, he may think different. Actually, you know, just think of it.
Okay, so we're well on our way up to Donaldson. It's a lot more treed and there's a little bit more snow. Looks more like winter. It's beautiful. Still a little bit of a light dusting of snow coming down, but it's a nice, like, oh, try to catch my breath. It's a nice hike, and it's a lot more gentle than up to,
Oh, for sure.
to Seymour.
For sure.
How you feeling?
Good.
Handicap man?
Though.
You want to do water now?
Yeah,
might as well. Okay, let's do it.
Handicap man is A-okay.
Okay.
Combination of two things, buddy. Strava, which is not honest. It's a deviation in the trip through. Get lost, turn it around, shit like that.
It's beautiful here. Up high up on the mountain, and it's so quiet. And snow is falling lightly. Very little breeze, and it's silent. Absolutely stunning. Just love it up here. You don't even have to be at the summit to enjoy the mountain. The exertion, the views, just the, you know, just the winter season itself is just enough that it's special. And encourage everybody to come up and experience it. Now, excuse me, but your nose will run. So you have to deal with a runny nose at times, but it's worth it. So beautiful.
What's 2 meters?
It's getting a little more dense here, tighter, and as the crow flies, we're about 600 meters to the peak. nice and tight around here. I would try to use a tree.
There was a lot of icy slopes from the rain and freezing temps overnight, so it made some climbs difficult with just micro spikes.
Oh, that foot is slipping. Thank you.
You want me to hold your pulse? You good? Our first view from the top of the mountain, but as you can see there's a low cloud cover and you can't really see that far. You can see a little bit of the range beyond, but you might not be able to see with this GoPro. But as you can see, we're still climbing. There's a good climb.
It was a good time to pull out the ice axe, as it greatly aids in ascending icy slopes securely and safely.
Nice. So we're just right around the bend to the summit of Donaldson. It's a cool little spot.
It was another icy ledge where Ben was trying to anchor his ice axe through rotten ice.
Should be right around the bend to the summit. Donaldson?
Woo!
Whoa!
Look at the sign.
Is it?
An inch of ice.
Wow. Okay, we've just made Donaldson our first peak for today. And it's overcast. There's like cloud cover. And you can't really see much of a view. As you see, it's just pretty much blocked in by a low cloud. But you can see behind me, the sign for Donaldson. Again, Ben just broke the ice off the sign there. It was just totally encased in ice from all the rain and the freezing temperatures overnight. But yeah, so it's nice to get up to the top. So we've got 2 more to go. And from here it shouldn't be as hard. There's a little bit of elevation to the other 2 peaks, Emmons and Seward. And then it's pretty much just another long hike down. But otherwise it's beautiful up here. Look at that. So we're just at just below the summit of Donaldson, and well, just kind of having some lunch. Want to make sure that nobody gets hangry.
Hangrier.
Might be a little late.
And I'm eating compliments of Benny Boy, a Nutella peanut butter wrap. It's hitting the spot. Then I'm gonna have some meat sticks. Whereas you've got bacon mayo and chicken. Look at that.
Fresh chicken.
Dude is like,
Holy crap.
holy.
I got fresh chicken.
Man knows how to eat. Okay, so we just took 30 minutes for lunch, got refueled, and we're headed over to Emmons. It's about 45 minutes to get there, and then we can head back the same way we came, and then we'll head down to Seward. So Making our way across. Take a look at this. Look at the view. Incredible. You got a low ceiling, but still beautiful.
The whole top of the mountain was literally covered in thick ice, and the challenges and risks were no more apparent at this instant.
Getting up will be interesting.
Oh, shit!
Oh, good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I'm good.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think he needs a bit of space to get up.
Other than a bruised elbow, thankfully Grant was okay.
I'm good.
Watch your footing and make sure you really dig your...
And don't be behind the person.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, good idea. He said, "I'll take David out." Like, see the look on his face?
I know. He's like, oh,
Who's that?
David, my fucking foot.
he almost took me out like a bowling pin.
Hold on, I gotta make sure that... Yeah, this is the right way. Almost there. Not much further. Really
Take a smaller step then. Oh,
there we go. Here, shit's gonna fucking hurt. Slippery. It's all ice.
nice.
Yeah, definitely crampons coming back.
It's not far away at all.
So if you look over here, you can see the peak of Emmons. It's close, but still got a little hike. It's gnarly terrain here.
Again?
Certainly it's a little more challenging. There's drops and climbs, so it's a little tricky. It's icy, and thankfully we got some snow. It helps with the traction, and that the ice is not really like just solid mass. Otherwise we would definitely need our crampons. I'm at the summit of Mount Emmons. You can see just behind me here. But yeah, summit number 2. And now we just have to go all the way back. We'll pass Donaldson again, and we'll make our way over to Seward, and then it's all the way back to the hotel. Benny boy just made it to Mount Emmons, second peak of today.
That feels good.
It makes me wonder why I bring him up here, but
I don't know.
congratulations.
Good work, buddy.
All right.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was pretty straightforward.
Woo!
How's your crampon?
It's broken, eh?
Fist bump. Congrats.
Thanks.
Peak number 2. We got a...
It's pretty cool up here.
Yeah, we got an open spot here. The view is spectacular. Just opened up the cloud, and look at that. Got clouds moving deep down in the valley over there, moving over this way.
Down in the valley.
Do we know where we're going?
On the way back, the team had their crampons on, which provided a much more secure footing.
Didn't we wear crampons for most of the PT?
Yeah.
Come on.
Kick in your toe, kick in your toe. Kick into the ice. Yeah. Yep. There you go.
Thanks.
Yep.
We eventually came upon the section where Grant fell making his way down. We knew it would be difficult getting back up, even with crampons, so everyone approached their climb differently.
Yeah. It's yeah. I don't think it's gonna work either.
Those crampons are bending like crazy.
Yeah.
Axe is in good if you want.
Holy, that's a tall one. Oh, it's in good, okay.
Oh, there's not a lot of ice there.
Yeah.
Look, buddy.
I think. I don't know if I can. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Good job, John. Wow.
Nice view.
This doesn't smell.
We're back at
Oh,
Donaldson.
Smell?
yeah, it smells awful.
I just stopping for a little bit of a break, just loading up some
You gotta
calories,
see the
just having a
doctor.
Mars bar.
Then it was onward to our last and final peak, Seward Mountain.
What's that?
What's the question?
There's no fog on this side at all.
It's getting a little dicey here. Got a pretty gnarly, steep section here. Crampons, ice axe. Pretty necessary. Oops. Yep.
We have a trap dike here.
Yeah?
Kind of cool.
Okay.
I can do it. I got it.
There you go.
Hey, get over to the trees.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
Hey,
I don't like that. It's,
okay.
except I see your point.
Make sure you get your ice axe in. Yep. And then lift your left foot and
There you
then
go.
And hold it on top?
No, keep it low. There you go. Stand up.
I'm trying.
Okay.
This was Joy's first winter climb, where she had to deal with technical climbing. As you can see, it isn't easy. There are techniques and methods to climbing an icy slope with an ice axe and crampons, which takes practice and time.
So you can see here, I don't know, it's hard to tell, but it's a pretty steep slope. It's icy, and we're just navigating another section here, and it's pretty sketchy, and of course it's risky, but they're getting there.
Fuck me.
Just make sure you get your ice axe planted in, so that,
So am I?
yep, right there. Just, yep, that feels solid.
It doesn't really.
Okay,
Yes,
take
it
it out. And then move 1 foot forward, yeah, and jam your crampons in. Good, good. Excellent.
And then this way?
I would go straight instead of trying. Yeah.
This next section was worse and was a lot more stressful for Joy, but with advice, focus, and a can-do attitude, she eventually made it.
Oh.
See, that's why 2 ice axes here would help.
Do you want me to bring you one?
No. I don't want anything. I just need to.
The views are fucking amazing.
the hike?
It's kind of cool though. We should go down that big slide and back up.
Look at the view. Woo! We are 20 meters from the top of Seward Mountain, and we should finally hit our last peak of the day. Whoa! You there?
We're there.
Woo! Yeah!
Let's go, get your hands in.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, let's go. Ready?
Seward Mountain! Woo! Oh, that feels so good.
Seward Range!
Going! Nice job, guys.
That's awesome.
High five.
Good job, everybody. Good job, Joy.
Yeah, great
That was
job,
hard.
Joy.
That was
Thanks
good,
for your
though.
help.
So we finally made the last peak. Now we're just heading back down to the lean-to. We're probably gonna have a meal down there and then head back to the car. But
Hey, suck. Oh, sorry, were you taping? You might want to start again.
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, you were too mesmerized.
I know. The thought of
I was really snowing.
anyhow. So this is the last peak, Seward Mountain, and as you can see, it's starting to really snow now. It's been snowing on and off during the day, but now it seems to be coming down pretty hard. There you go.
Straight up the full shot.
We're done with the Seward Mountains. I think that's how you pronounce it. Seward Range. Done.
And use this?
Yeah, you gotta go backwards and
On my toes?
yep.
Do you have a locker in the back there? No? It's open.
I want to get a topper.
A what?
I want to get a topper.
Which is?
A cap
Oh, okay.
for my truck, right?
Yeah.
You know what I really want to get? Is a van. You convert it like a Sprinter.
Yeah, they're nice. Gets expensive. Convert it.
Well, if you do a lot of it yourself.
Even then.
Get your ice axe in.
I guess you want to get a diesel. Almost there.
There we go.
All right.
Nice. Oh, Troy, you want to give us an update?
Well,
She can't move because her jacket's wet.
I might freeze solid. We're about halfway down
Mm-hmm.
Seward, I think. Hopefully, at least halfway.
How's it been going?
It's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
It's tiring.
Yep.
It's fun.
You're becoming an expert with the ice axe there.
It's feeling better every step.
Yep. Good for you.
It's good.
Awesome. So as you can see, it's getting dark. It's almost 4:30, so we're gonna probably have to get out our headlamp soon. But we're getting further down. Maybe we're halfway down Seward. I'm not exactly sure. We just stopped for a break, had a meal, or just some food to get some energy back, and just gotta keep plugging away and making our way down. It's taking a little bit of time. It's steep. Snow is really building on the slope. And it's just trying to find some good traction as we go down. But yeah, we're definitely gonna be getting back to the vehicle in the dark. Oop.
Okay.
Man down, a woman down. So as you can see, we're hiking in the dark. Here, let me just turn down this light a bit. And it's taking a lot longer than we expected. But otherwise it's going okay. Joy twisted her knee a bit, and Grant's not really feeling good. His stomach is acting up, but we still got to get out, so gotta finish. So we just arrived at Blueberry Lean-To, place that we stayed at a couple nights ago. It's just past 6 o'clock. It was a long hike down. I think it was like double the time that we had or expected or hoped. Grant that we could do it in an hour. I think we kind of doubled that time. So we still have about a couple hours to go before we get back to the vehicle. So it might end up being something like a 14-hour day. We're just gonna take a little bit of rest here, take care of some business, and then we'll be back on the trail. We're on our way back to the parking lot. We've got about 8 kilometers to go, 2 more hours, and the snow is just coming down like crazy. It's coming down so strong that we can barely see in front of us because the light reflects black from the snowflakes, and combined with the wind, I don't know if you can see, snow is just clinging on everything right now. It's gonna be a little challenging, but at least the trail is fairly easy to find. Anyhow, it looks like it's gonna be a little bit more of a dramatic end. We thought this part was gonna be the easy part, but it might not be as easy as expected. All right, I gotta concentrate on walking.
There you go.
So I don't know if you can see the sign right there. We've got one more, I can't even speak, 1.2 miles left to the parking lot. Ben,
Yo,
how you feeling?
pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little sore, a little tired.
Yeah.
But good.
Good.
Want some?
Are you sure you got enough?
Take a drink, dude. Okay. No, you gotta take a drink.
Yeah, you need water, man. You're like... So we're done. I just arrived at the parking lot. It is 8:45. It's one long day. Oh, what a day.
My feet, the moment I stop, my feet are throbbing.
All right, let's get this vehicle started. All right.
Good job.
Nice job.
Dave's gonna push on your ass.
I am?
She needs it, yeah.
Okay, all right, ready?
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Somebody's losing an eye before we get to the top.
I almost.
Maybe you guys should employ a tennis ball.